Gambit's draft. ES Monaco Gambit's draft does look like it ticks all the boxes. I was a little worried because of the early laning phase, perhaps, because of Enchantress and Shadow Demon with Axe. It is very strong what you can do, but I think that's why they pick up a hero like Mirana. You arrow the big creep. You don't even have to block it as much anymore. You can actually let the Enchantress take it some of the times, and you arrow and just farm it. So I think that's a pretty solid solution that can come out. Yeah, I think it's gonna be some greedy style really coming out from PuckChamp. They have to get it to the later stages, and I'm a bit worried because there is this Leshrac who can force the buildings, force the objectives so hard in this game.
Sure, but if they do get to the late stages, if we're seeing sort of like a 50-minute game here, they are going to feel pretty good, right, with the Spectre Storm against the Lifestealer Leshrac in those super late phases. Yeah, and
those super squishy backline supports, right? Mirana and AA, very limited ways for them to protect themselves if they do get jumped on. And they're, if they do end up missing a couple of these stuns, we could also see the Storm just pop off, right? Desperate. He's into a couple telegraphed stuns himself. This Leshrac stun, the Slardar stun, the Mirana arrow. He can see most of them coming. When Yules come, that's probably going to be his biggest scare when they do have one or two of those picked up on either the Mirana or the Lesh. But yeah, I could definitely see Desperate do some big moves if he does get out of control.
Yeah, and he's of course got the save. Astral's going to be able to back him up with the disruption. So time can be brought to break him out of any stun combo that he gets caught in.
And this is an annoying lane for sure. The disruption, 11-second illusions, Battle Hunger always going to be helping to zone out. So I think this bottom lane could definitely pop off here a bit. And I do love Shadow Demon. Eyes on Astral, too, this game. Watching how many stacks he's able to acquire, as we saw with Na'Vi last game. Get those stacks of plenty for your Axe. And yeah, let's see how top goes. Immersion versus Ducalis. You see how he did not block the camps. Maybe still does, though, walk over and body block them himself, but we'll have options.
Yeah, I mean, can the Spectre farm very easily up here? Or is the Slardar able to put pressure onto the Spectre early?
Slardar puts a lot of pressure onto these melee heroes, yeah. At least you will have that dispersion leveled up. I see sometimes even like dispersion, I mean, this is more envy style, but you skill at like level 1, so you never actually care about the harassment that comes out. Not as much. Maybe Enchantress with the heal, because you did see Ducalis skills that immediately. That tells me that they're worried about it being a bit too strong of a pressure lane. No enchant, no impetus. That's usually the approach you see from these Enchantresses, so he's just going to be healing Spectre. Camp is open, Immersion, arrows the Centaur before it's even taken over, so it won't be an opportunity for Ducalis to get that big creep.
I mean, you say, yeah, definitely a little bit tricky for Ducalis to do too much here other than try and keep the Spectre healed up.
Yeah, let's see how this mid matchup ends up going to. No one actually missing one of his first stuns here, levels it up to level 2, tries to go for the slow and the stun, whiffs it here. But this should be a pretty favorable matchup for No One, as long as he doesn't tank 1, 2, 3. Okay, a couple of tower hits there.
Ah, it's fine. He's got the bottle coming soon.
He's already got it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry, it was just the storms that was about to come out.
Yeah, he rushed it very early, and he's putting the pressure. This is not an easy lane for a Storm Spirit. He's going to just have to rely on backing up and farming jungle, which, like I said, stacks. Got to watch the Shadow Demon. As Astral, he is just messing with Sineko right now, body blocking the pull. We do see Sineko does block the hard camp himself with the Sentry. Oof, yeah, Desperate already having to go to at least this first small camp here, maybe missing a couple CS in the lane.
Two-legged abomination.
And No One gets both runes because of that.
Yeah, fully healed on the health and the mana. Thanks to being able to refuel off the back of those two.
Do get a pull off up top. Ducalis was able to set this one up, but that does mean that the lane is going to push into the Slardar's favor, so Krilat, lane might start getting a little hard. As Afterlife rushes the boots too. Look at this. He's just chasing him down for the bash. Got him. This is going to push out very hard here on the side of PuckChamp, sorry. So yeah, Krilat's farm, it might get a little bit harder here now that this lane will push forward here, if they do meet it in between.
Immersion. Getting Ducalis pretty low, but with these heals, it's always going to be difficult for the Mirana to trade with Ducalis. Yeah, taking a lot of damage on the way out.
Has the salve though. So it looks like, yeah, 2 lanes will be pretty nice for ES Monaco Gambit, while the bottom lane will be very good for PuckChamp. Dream not falling behind though himself either. He's not getting pressure too much from it there. It's just going to be a free farm on the Axe.
Yeah, not too much that Sineko's really able to do. Aggressively here as Melez just continues to pull and farm as he wishes.
Mid lane's so weird now. Whenever I do see like some of these matchups where it's a little hard, like say for the Storm, just has to just go to jungle. He misses the whole wave. He actually literally just missed the whole wave mid.
That kind of hurts.
And but he did a double stack. He had a 2 camp hard camp for himself to be able to farm, but he misses
a
a whole wave.
A wave of lane creeps is going to hurt in the levels.
Definitely. And you are seeing Immersion looking to set up, camp the boundary, cap the water rune again, so no one claims one for himself, and Desperate has no rune to fill up for, and now he has to be careful too. Stun hits. Do they have the arrow too? Oh, a little off the mark that Immersion did not trust in no one.
Yeah, just a little late on it there, rather than trying to,
Bottom.
say, follow up
Monaco.
at the same time.
One more poison.
Ooh, the Fairy Fire is going to be enough to save him. They're sending the illusions in, but Snakeo's into the trees. And in fact, Dream, he might just find Astral. Oh, no, he won't. Astral out just in time.
But now that means Melis is going to start getting pushed away from Lifestealer and AA too. So they did commit a lot of harassment there. And you see Snakeo's build. I actually like this. Goes for Hedris. He knows this is going to be quite a pressure lane that's coming out from this Shadow Demon and the Axe. So Hedris on the AA to at least give some extra sustain and regen to himself and the Lifestealer. I like it.
Oh, yeah, so even if they don't get the kill mid, it's a lot of time spent where Storm is just... He's hitting jungle creeps, and it's just a complete free lane for the Leshrac.
Yeah.
Like, this is slow levels, slow start for Desperate. You know, the CS doesn't look bad, 32 CS, but a lot of that, it is just these neutral creeps.
Yeah,
he's not been near the lane.
He's 500 gold behind, so that's what you see when it's, those neutrals not as valuable by any means. No one looking to make a move. It actually gets scanned instantly. He wants to try to shut down this Axe a little bit. Yeah, already level 6 now on No, and he's going to force this wave in very hard. Only level 1 Edict. He did opt for more of that laning domination with 2 points in Stun and Lightning versus a Storm Spirit, versus that ranged hero. Does make sense.
And as the Storm, we'll see what sort of build-up he is going to go for. Yet to be queued up. I mean, you know that Lesh is going to be rushing yours. Do you just not go the Orchid this game, or is Orchid still going to be appealing against these heroes, like the Lifestealer, who relies on the rage so much to...
Yeah, I think it still is just a bit too appealing. I have seen a rise of Kaya Sanges a lot of the time.
Yeah, we've seen like Kaya Sanges, Kaya BKBs, and some of the games where the Storm has had to be a bit more defensive.
But no, Orchid just too valuable for sure. Seneko looks like he's very likely to go down. 1 or 2 more poisons. Gives the kill to Meles as well. Nicely done, Astral. Doesn't steal the kill as this Shadow Demon. Vanguard is online. How's our stacks looking? He's got a double only for the Ancients, but at least it's something. Even though they get first blood, though, 1,000 gold behind already because of these lane setups that we were talking about. And they actually were not able to really shut down Dream. I thought this bottom lane might be able to apply more pressure onto him, but they've focused more on just killing Seneko.
He's been having a pretty free space to farm it.
Yeah.
And do you like this from Afterlife, going for the Mask of Madness rush this game?
Oh my. I think I've seen this before. I think I saw Funnick queuing it up one of the games. He went Hood Ags and then he queued up Mask.
He went back for it, yeah.
I don't know if he ended up getting it, but...
Going for it first here. What?
I mean, he's going to be very strong. He's going to have sustain too in the lane now. How do they push him out of lane? And now Krila, if he ever tries to turn onto him, Afterlife will just solo kill him.
Sure, you just win the trade every time.
This is cool. This is a different approach than what I'm seeing. I think, like I said, I think this is something on the rise maybe in the region that people are starting to do and realize how strong it can be. I think it can definitely work.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of a game he can have with it.
Yeah.
And show you how much of a threat it poses early on.
Yeah.
As it's pretty much one wave and he'll have the Mask of Madness done.
And sometimes, it hurts you more when you aren't eating that minus armor that's coming out, but look at the physical damage that's going to be coming out from PuckChamp. It's not your crazy usual if there's some heavy right-click hitter. Spectre's a little bit different in that department, so yeah, that'll be really cool if he does commit for it.
I see Dream here.
He's just walking at the stacks, and he's going to actually be able to... Ooh, okay, Melis gets spins.
Yeah, I was going to say that just enough spins on the way out to actually still get them all himself.
Maybe Dream should have just stopped hitting him, honestly. A little bit of a mistake. As Desperate does have to be very careful.
He's just constantly having to play this game of just running away from no one in this mid lane. He's doing his best to find farm here, but it's not easy for Desperate. This mid lane a big danger zone.
I'm definitely worried about tower defenses as well for PuckChamp. They don't really have this crazy amount of team fight to be able to set up around them, and with lanes going so well for AS Monaco Gambit, I think they will have trouble. Nice dodge, Desperate. Mask of Madness, look at it.
Tries to stand his ground, but against the three of them, a little too much damage for Afterlife to lifesteal against. Nice move from Desperate. As we said, having a bit of a tough time mid, getting forced out quite a lot. Is able to seize an opportunity to to have some impact in one of the side lanes, nice and early here.
And dodges the Slaughter Crush, as we said. A bit.
Yeah.
Some of these telegraphed stuns you can play around as the Storm Spirit. And that does mean that Krelot, he's going to have Blade Mail done. So he's going to have that nice armor always to counteract versus that Corrosive Haze, help him a lot versus Leshrac too.
Yeah.
I actually like this Blade Mail pick quite a bit. He could actually turn and kill this Leshrac a couple times. So yeah, it's going to be nice.
And despite the 2-kill advantage that PuckChamp have, as Monaco Gambit do have that net worth lead.
And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch Afterlife. Let's see how much he can do with Mask of Madness. This sounds fun.
I mean, now that you've seen the Mask of Madness, I feel like you know, for PuckChamp, you're just not going anywhere near this man. You know that if you get in melee range of this Slardar, he's just gonna bash your brains out.
He really is. As they send a Satyr Tormentor at him, and it just dies in 2 hits. The extra bash damage on creeps coming into play there too. Just 550 damage or something when he hits it.
And here comes the tower pressure. On with the Edict.
They gotta start to slow they gotta slow down these tower pushes, as they're gonna come out quick. This is exactly why they picked this Slash up to set that tempo, and it really does hurt PuckChamp's lineup that they can't really do the same by themselves. They can't ever really push towers that easily. Desperate finds himself a regen. This will be a great pickup for them to maybe take the fight around the next tower that's going to come out and start getting siege, which is probably mid. We do see these catapult waves coming out too, and no one is already making the move over toward that mid lane. And Melis, he's going to do this. He's going to do just the Blink Rush. They're feeling like they do need it, and I kind of do agree. They have Storm and Spectre. They're the win conditions this game for sure, so he needs to start making plays. Otherwise, yeah. I think they're just going to lose too much map control if he doesn't go for the Blink Dagger early. Yeah,
I don't know. He can't go for the greedy farming route.
No.
They've got to have someone to get in. You know, you have a Spectre, you know, one of the greediest carries in the game, in the sense that Spectre just needs all the space possible to become that late game beast.
All 3 lanes are actually getting pushed now. The catapult in mid did die. Bottom. They do try to make a move onto Dream, but he's still just fine.
Yeah, even if they get the Vortex there, probably unlikely they are going to do nearly enough damage. He has this armlet done. Yeah. It's very, very tanky. You know, this sort of move's just not going to work until the Orchid's done on Desperate.
And he does have regen, so at least, like, you know, he uses some mana bottom. He's still fine. He doesn't get hit by anything, so we'll continue it. Mid, they've got the X-Blink. It's coming out on the courier. Can they set up a defense? Tukalis, barely surviving. But the tower.
Well, towers are what they can't hold their towers right now.
It's not in time. The Blink, even if they get like some kills here, they'll just be kills. The objective is already down. And it's, maybe it's just an echo again. Melis is hiding though. He doesn't want to show the Blink for just a 5 position. So he wants to go for a next bigger kill here. Ideally, probably the Leshrac. Slardar might be a little scary, but either one of these cores is a good option. And yeah, they're swinging. Afterlife.
Let's see if they've got the damage. And with the call, and yeah, with the Haunting as well, they are going to have enough. Throwing everything down onto Afterlife. They'll be able to make the move.
Blink reveal. And 4-0, so they've got all the kills right now. As Dream's
whoa. He tries to turn and goes for the kill on Astral, but Astral's fine. And there's 4 heroes here. This is some aggression from Dream. Desperat's going to swing across and what was he trying to do there?
What's he doing there? I mean, that just gives up pretty much his entire head start of the game.
I mean, they lose an Echo, then they lose Afterlife. And with those 2 losses, you would feel that was probably the signal to get out. But no, Dream, he wanted to go in.
Okay. I mean, that definitely hurts a lot. He would have had his Sage timing at a very good moment here in this game. And yeah, okay, that kind of catches the Storm and the Spectre back up entirely, as now Storm, he's got Orchid. So now Dream potentially could just die again and kill his entire game there just from like a couple moves. That was a very weird move from Lifestealer. Yeah. They can't really afford to do too much more of those. I mean, sure, farm is good at the moment, but it's, you know, it's level. It is. They're not at an advantage against Monaco Gambit, and you know, as you can see on the kills, they're losing lives. Well, we'll see here. I mean, what's the Lifestealer's movement? He's running up to go help his teammates out, but the rest of his team, they made the
Afterlife is very dead, but he's still stepping up to high ground.
Look at 2 also, Immersion and
he's Moonlight. He could have headed straight back down the stairs with the remainder of the Moonlight. They wouldn't have seen him. He reveals himself by hitting. Sure, they also have a sentry down here, but in that area was at the top of the staircase. He did not need to go in.
No. Big individual error.
That is, yeah, they can't have that happen again.
Yeah, definitely. Like 1 or 2 of those, and you you just lose. You can just lose this game. You're playing versus a late game Storm Spectre. You don't want to make early mistakes like that as Noah.
Yeah, that's very strange.
The Blade Mail. He's dead as well.
Yeah. And PuckChamp aren't losing anything here.
Nope.
They just get another easy kill on the cores. What is going on? This is not what they, you know, against the lineup, as we were saying right now. PuckChamp, if they don't get sort of run over early, they will revel in the later stages of the game.
Yep, absolutely. Like, this is usually where I feel like with the Slardar and stuff like that, you're setting this tempo to get these towers, and then you go for an early Roche because they don't have the tools to fight. But they're going to have the tools to fight, and they insta-smoke, look for Dream again. I mean, if they catch him 1 or 2 more times in this early game, it's going to be absolute disasters for AS Monaco Gambit very quickly.
He may be holding on to that top spot now in the net worth, but one more move like that, and it will very quickly get taken away from him.
Yeah, and maybe even seeing another one pick up here. And I think we're seeing maybe also the problem of having just the Mask of Madness first on the Slardar, where he can't actually look for plays for his team. Maybe it does cause them some problems, but...
Well, he's nearly got the blink afterlife, but... yeah, really needs to get that done. That's just 7 for 0.
With the Storm Spectre lineup, that is not what you want to see for AS Monaco Gambit.
And because these haven't really been moves that PuckChamp have looked for themselves, right? Most of these, maybe even all of these kills have happened on PuckChamp's half of the map.
They found Krelat. He goes up a little bit too far, but they do have a counter gank.
They do. They've still got...
Ooh, the Yules does get off, but it gets purged off.
They've still got the kill. Afterlife trying to step in, but they have a sentry down.
They do, Melis. Blink count down for 5 seconds.
Dust out as well onto Dream. Dream is not going to try and chase him for this. Melis
Thinking about it.
Yeah, they're going to look to get out quick and fast, and they'll be able to move themselves straight over to the mid half of the map, and that will be the money for Afterlife to have the Blink Dagger done. Staneko, he was sticking around. And they'll be quick to do something about that, PuckChamp, as they pick up yet another kill here. 9 to 1. Start bringing the creep wave down onto the bottom tier 1 tower as well.
Uh-oh. Yeah, these kills, I mean, they get the Spectre, but they lose a lot out of it themselves, too. And Krelat, he just backs up and goes to Ancients now anyway. They were set up for this move. Melez was waiting patiently when they set up that gank onto the Spectre.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, cannot make too many more mistakes on the side of AS Monaco Gambit. And they need to start getting ready to set the tempo for those next big objectives, particularly that Roche. I think next time Haunt does get used, even if they lose the fight on AS Monaco Gambit, after that fight, they have to force a Roche on her. I'm starting to feel a little concerned for them myself.
Oh, I'm going to come out with a smoke. This is the blink reveal on Afterlife.
Okay.
They need something big at this. A support
but
kill.
That's a 5 position Ducals.
They may have been best to sort of just watch that pass from the high ground and look for something else, because that's not the dream when you're going for a 3-man smoke and a smoke and a blink reveal.
They chose it though, right? They had the ward there, so they were like, we're going for the Enchantress. That was an executive call that somebody made to go for that kill rather than going for some type of invasion play. They don't have any other vision, so I guess that's the only one that they could at least see to make the move on without going some deep play into a Spectre Haunt. So a kill's a kill, but it does reveal the blink. As I'm watching Spectre slowly catch back up to that Lifestealer.
They need to be quick on the pedal and get more done with this Blink Dagger on Afterlife.
Looking like no one wants to try to pressure this bottom tower. They're probably going to set up for it, though. He showed himself in the wave, so we already see the Axe making his run directly down toward bottom Melis. Might just stack himself an Ancient in the meantime for his Spectre, but is in the area at least to defend that bottom tower.
For his Spectre? He'll stack it for himself.
You think for himself? I think he's going to stack it.
You think he's going to leave it?
He better stack it for his Spectre. Better not take that farm. Yeah, he's going to give it to Krelat. Maybe he takes the hard camp. Nope. What a guy. Melis leaves both.
What an
offlaner.
Supporting his carry. What a good lad.
He's already got enough. He's 4-0-2.
Sure.
He's got his Yasha.
Like,
he's chilling. You know, he's like, why not? He's like, it's all about the Spectre at this point, who's honestly getting pretty big. He even buys a casual cloak, like the pick up there, just versus all this magic damage we do see. Ward is set up bottom, so look like they are making the move over here, but there is a wrap already. PuckChamp is in the area.
Around. They're going to get the jump in.
Is there save?
They're stepping up. Melis. Oh, he's going to get hit by the Ice Blast. They take him down. The Haunt came out, but he's going to haunt back out away from this. Illusions are chasing out no one. No one's going to go for the TP out. They're able to find him. They are. It's close. He nearly makes it out, but they do find him. They'll take him down. Afterlife.
Oh,
They see him, Astral. Astral spots him out. They catch another 2 cores. Taken out there by PuckChamp. They may have lost their axe, but getting the better trade yet again.
2 for 1. I think you, honestly, for AS Monaco Gambit, respawn, go straight to Roshan. Now that the Haunt is down, and now that they've made that big play, you've got level 2 Corrosive Haze, you have to get something big out of it. Because PuckChamp's just setting themselves up way too good for these counter plays over and over again here. So I really do think that they need to get something big out of the map here now that Haunt is down. And they do have the options, you know, Edict, Lifestealer, Corrosive Haze level 2. Like, that Roche is going to die unbelievably fast, and it will be hard for PuckChamp to go for anything here. At least defending that Roche.
Did Astral not have Disruption available, or, like, at that point, like, why is he not going for the save?
He used it on Afterlife.
Oh, used it on Afterlife.
To stop like, the bashes and stuff like that and the damage, but... Yeah, maybe he could have actually just targeted the axe and...
Because it was always risky. Yeah, I guess you're right. Had used it before he felt that Melez would have been in position to, you know, to require the save.
And this is something we'll always have to watch out for too. We saw it in the last instance more so, but the Yules on the Lesh versus Shadow Demon. You can't really defensively Yules yourself in a lot of situations versus SD, as he'll just ult you and remove it instantly. All right, let's see what the move is. I really do think, though, it's got to be like some move around Roshan. You have to make take advantage of the Haunt being down somehow.
And but the thing is, with the Haunt being down, is that enough to stop PuckChamp from trying to contest the Roche? You don't think they'll opt to?
They might still do it. It's going to be a lot harder for them to get like the information in the back lines. Because they do need that Haunt to at least provide vision for the Storm to feel comfortable to jump in. So let's see. They are setting up the vision around that area there. Let's see if they do actually force the issue. It's a bit of a bold one, but with Corrosive Haze, it usually can't make it quite fast. Tukalis going for the D ward. We'll be able to get it, and he'll be able to scurry away himself. And Tukalis is actually getting quite farmed on this Enchantress as well. Takes the Magic Resist talent, he's got Dragon Lance, and yeah, they're going to start the Roche. They have to do something, because I feel like if they don't get a bigger advantage in this game, inevitably they're just going to start to lose soon versus the Storm Inspector.
Yeah, it looks like you're right, even though that they are aware it's happening. Unless Storm wants to go for it.
I'm watching Desperate.
Is Desperate going to go for a play, or you think... I mean, it is too risky. There's a lot of stuns, so...
Yeah, it's a little too risky.
Yeah. He zips and he's probably going to die. So, ASM Gambit, they will get the space.
Desperate has to be careful. Yules is finished on Immersion.
They've got backup coming in.
They do. They got him.
All right, so some good moves here. Age is secured.
Big gold.
Instantly onto the kill there against Desperate.
Immersion just finished up that Yules before. Now he's got another 1,000 gold too on this Mirana. Yeah, great pickup. Now they've got a big window here to just swing around getting kills. Okay, anybody they see on the map, I want AS Monaco Gambit to be bloodthirsty.
Oh, Astral.
Whoop.
Very, very dead hit.
Boom. Do they get a bigger target though? Ooh, can't quite get onto Melez. Krelot, he's sticking around for the big creep.
Oh.
Blink is still on cooldown. Immersion. Find the Enchantress. That's a kill.
Yeah, absolutely is. Even having no one swing round from the side.
Good moves.
Yeah, getting back a hold of this game here with that sort of play. Some Gambit.
Nice aggressive moves as we see Afterlife going for the BKB for himself so that he can stick on these targets easier. Dream going for AC, so he's gonna be strong. This minus armor is gonna be very effective. They're gonna look quite fragile on the side of PuckChamp when they do get on top of them. And what's no one going? Okay, no one's got his item almost finished up to that Bloodstone.
I mean, so for PuckChamp at this point, is it still like they don't? Oh, okay, they are going to spot. I guess for every time that Haunt
is up, you can
Haunt's up, you want to make a play. Yeah.
Try to take advantage whenever you can get any ward down C when they are split up on the map, because they are going to split up and keep trying to get this farm efficiency on AS Monaco Gambit. We see 3k gold lead. PuckChamp trying to take the fight, but Gambit's kind of ready for it. They're all set up. There is a ward there. Also watching everything, but it is taken away. No one.
They got the jump on him. He steps off to the side there to pick him off.
Next, they get more.
See Krillip diving in. Snakeo's going to go for the TP out they've got, and he cancel. They don't. So Snake makes it away. Desperate's got his eyes on a bigger target. Looking for the 4 here, looking for Immersion, but with the leaps, Immersion's able to break away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They only get the 1 though. It's a kill. If they can get the tower, it's decent, but do have to be a little cautious with the rego.
He's in with a jump, but Desperate, he's able to get out in time. No follow-up stun. They'll settle for Dakalis instead. They get the kill, and that will stop PuckChamp from continuing to push. They'll keep the tier 1 tower alive, SM Gambit.
It's so scary. These infest bombs are something they really have to watch out for. The damage is that explosive for Gambit. Immediately trying to hit again. Just every time Haunt is down, just keep looking for these bloodthirsty aggressive moves. Krelot, are they going to actually find him here? They just fight.
They've got the jump.
Arrow.
Have they got the damage? Arrow's going to miss. It might not matter though. Oh, maybe it does though. Could the disruption save helps him dodge the Ice Blast. And with that breaking the attempt from ASM Gambit, they're able to get Krelot out of there.
Bit off the mark there, but a good move, because now they do at least have no one. He makes he boots travels up top, and they'll be able to set up the push for this tower here. There is still a glyph available,
Dire's top tower.
but PuckChamp, no Haunt for 80.
Dire's structures.
Unlikely they do set up this fight. Axe does have his Manta finish, so we'll see lanes get pushed out a little bit better on the side of PuckChamp. Still short of his shard, as we have hit past that 20-minute mark.
I mean, that is going to help just keep the game going once he has that. Just the ability to push these lanes out. It's going to make it
Absolutely.
a lot more difficult for SM Gambit to find a comfortable position to push high ground. They are getting the items for it. AC's done on Dream, so that'll help a lot.
They're still very farm. They still have a minute left too on this Aegis, so they've done a really good job with that Aegis, at least, of just getting themselves into a more secure position in this game.
Dire's top tower is under
Definitely got to keep the pedal to the metal though. Keep looking for these kills every time Infest is up. Keep looking for something, because anybody they do find, if they have the Bash primed, they should die. So that was what we did see before. Desperate was able to survive just because they didn't have the Bash primed. So Afterlife now making sure he does have that 3 charge up. They don't want the Enchantress though. They want a bigger target. Desperate. Zipping forward and cutting.
Oh,
wave.
Krelot. That'll be the big one. They're in with the jump. Get another great disruption here again from Astral, and now the turnaround comes in. They've got the call off onto Afterlife. Afterlife trying to run. They'll be able to chase it. Desperate with just enough mana to get the Vortex off. Has he got enough damage? He does.
He's out of mana though.
They bring him down. He's now going to get surrounded by some Gambit. He's got a little more to jump out to the side. Another disruption is going to be used, but he is certainly dead, as there's no further escape.
But he saves the Spectre. Great positioning there from Astral to at least protect him, because if that AA blast hits, it's very likely Krelot does go down.
Dire's middle
All right, SM Gambit, though, really hitting those timings that they need to.
Yep.
Onto the tier 2 mid, take this down. Still a good amount of time where there's no storm. I mean, do you think we'll see them try for high ground?
I think so. They have AC. They do a ton of damage on these buildings, and now they find the Shadow Demon as well.
Perfect setup.
Nice play, Immersion.
And now the damage being done here. 25 minutes onto the high ground. Exactly what they need to be doing here against PuckChamp's lineup.
That's a Rax for sure. The AC, the Edict, look at this. Building goes down so quick. Immersion, heads up plays. Love that he's bold enough to blink onto high ground for those or leap onto high ground, that is, at least. As they're going to get the Rax, they're happy with that. That was all time while Haunt was up too from Krelot. So some really big aggressive moves now, getting them in a really good position in this game.
This is the sort of part of the game that they would have envisioned achieving as much as they have had when they draft this sort of lineup. Right, this is what they want to be forcing, and able to do it very nicely. After a bit of a rocky start, a few deaths gone here and there, and now really getting it all together.
Yeah, now they're quite huge, especially on these 3 cores. This Leshrac now with his Bloodstone, a lot safer. Always going to be able to get that off as long as he's not getting Demonic Purged. Slardar has Aghanim, so he's super tanky and durable now too. Almost level 18 for the level 3 Corrosive Haze. And they're just going to keep looking for these infests.
Yeah, they know that if they can get the jump, especially if they have vision on where Astral is. He has been the biggest sort of save. They're going to get the kill every time they can control the Shadow Demon.
Immersion just sitting on the low ground in the river here. The smoke is going to break. He doesn't see it, obviously. And they're looking at him. They're like, we don't want the Mirana. Give us something better.
They'll take the AA.
That's a good one.
See if they can eliminate the Ice Blast threat.
If they can in time.
He's got the Ghost Snap drop. He's actually able to turn and get it off there. Very nicely done by Seneko. He may go down, but gets the blast off. They couldn't kill him in time. And now the fight just falls apart completely for PuckChamp.
disaster. Didn't even use the haunt to be able to jump anybody either. And little things. The mech comes in, ticks the AA up so he can use Ghost Scepter, and then wha-bam! And now Krelot, he might have to be a little cautious himself too.
We'll see this again. They just couldn't stop him in time.
And, look,
And him surviving means he can turn, get the blast off, I believe even on to both of them there. And this pressure up top. Yeah, any time that they get a fight like that, no one's instantly up to the base. And this should be a second set of racks here. There's going to be no stopping them here. There's 28 minutes in. ASM Gambit achieving everything that they needed to here in this opening.
Barracks has fallen.
Now it's very hard for recovery for even a Spectre in the game. Even if he gets to later stages, now Lifestealer is a pretty good fight back versus him. He's going even for the Satanic build because Satanic is just crazy on these strength heroes. It gives you 80 damage, of course, on them. So it's really good to be able to fight back versus something like Spectre. As they're all TPing bottom, they see no one, they want blood. This is a really strong Lash now. He has Kaya Sange, 3,000 HP, 18 charge Bloodstone, and it's back up, so he can heal himself too if they don't insta-kill him. They couldn't even kill the AA, really, so... Don't know if they're going to be able to blow up such a tanky Leshrac at this point anymore.
No, I don't think so. There's going to be too many factors in the team fight that's going to give time for no one to live.
And also, like, it hasn't happened really this game yet because they haven't had to, but there's always the potential for the Infest saves too. So if they don't finish off the targets, yeah, it'll be even worse. As Dream picks up a really nice item for himself, a Paladin Sword on top of almost having his Satanic. So yeah, the fight back for Spectre getting quite impossible.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, they
tower
could be just
is
sort of
under
one bad fight away from the game slipping away from them. There is still, of course, Tier 1 and Tier 2 down bottom, but with the pushing power that ASM Gambit have, if they can win another team fight, they'll be knocking on to the Tier 4s and the Ancient.
Oh yeah, they're just looking for the battle. They know how much stronger they are right now. If they're ever the ones getting the initiation, the fight's just completely over for sure. There's still no shard on the axe. Yeah, he's
close. Nearly
He's
there.
close.
But the last few fights have certainly set him back a bit. Melez. Might have a DD for the next round, but and there you go, on top of that Paladin having the full Satanic.
How do you kill him now? You can't Orchid him. He just clicks Satanic and removes the Orchid, so it's just pretty much impossible. Afterlife level 18, level 3 Corrosive Haze with the Gem 2, and Rosh respawns.
Yeah, they're going to start for it. They're not feeling too scared at all of PuckChamp coming across.
Get in the wraparound. They see the courier flying over, so they know where positioning
they
is
wanna,
of Gambit.
They want to find a kill.
scanning.
They know, though, Dukalos' courier was flying over, and they killed it, so they might have a feeling that they're over here. Yeah, look at the courier scouting. Seneko sends it over. He's like, they're on the high ground because of that courier. Ooh, bit of a mistake there from Dukalos sending it back.
They could just run at the base
if
they know that they're over there.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, we see the Spectre. Let's get him. Nice Manta dodge.
Here come the TPs. Can they get any jump in return? The turn towards Afterlife. Afterlife actually staying on top of Krillin. Krillin taking huge amounts of damage here from the Slardar. Desperate and Melez try and jump the backlines, but the backlines just turn him, just take him out. Immediately Melez will fall. Desperate having to zip back to the fountain. They do at least get Afterlife in return. So they're back off, but again, you know, ASM Gambit achieving what they wanted to, forcing PuckChamp back to the high ground and opening up the map once again for them to step back towards the Roche.
Yeah, we see like they saw maybe an opportunity for Dream too. They jump on him, but pop Satanic as the Orchid hits him. The Axe calls him, and he's got Satanic active, and he's not obviously not silenced anymore. Impossible to actually bring him down, and no one. Yeah, look, he's so strong now, even with his Cloak of Flames. 19 Bloodstone, an easy rush. Who's getting the shard? Who's it gonna be? Do you go to the Lesh for the fun?
I think
You're probably giving it to the Slardar, I think, but...
Oh, yeah, surely the Slardar. Slardar's got to be the best one this game.
Yeah, the best one is... Oop, they're going to find Dukalis. Quick and easy one.
No, yeah, the Slardar's
I think his is the best one.
Sounds very nice, especially when you got some of this AoE physical coming out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, getting that debuff on everyone, amping them up.
And increases the radius.
Yeah.
So the radius, the combo with the Ags and with the Crush, increasing the radius is really nice. As no one gets gone on, but he's quite strong.
Yeah, Desperate can't do anywhere nearly enough damage. The Bloodstone heal and Dream popping in and out, and no one's back up to full HP.
Interesting. So there was something I was just checking. I was literally just tabbed out checking about the Bloodstone heal if it's purgeable, and it says it is dispellable, but I just saw twice now that when he did get Demonic Purged, it did not get dispelled, so I guess it's not dispellable even though it says it. That was a little bit of an interesting thing. Maybe someone could check that up on me. Maybe I'm being stupid. Because I thought it would instantly remove it, but
yeah.
doesn't seem like it.
No, it should. Yeah, you're right. Well, that is interesting.
Let me read it again. If
Maybe something changed, or you know.
All right, dispellable with any modifier item, Bloodstone active, dispellable with any dispel, but guess not.
I think you should. Yeah, it should definitely be dispellable.
But it was not. That's twice I
And
saw
it stayed on through the demonic purge.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we have the jump. They got the ice blast coming out in return. They're bringing Afterlife Blow. They'll take him out, but they're losing the axe for it. And Desperate, he's out of mana.
And Krivet.
He's got to get out of the fight. Immersion's jumping forward. They're back up to full HP there as Dream's able to heal up the Mirana. The arrow connects onto Astral, as they'll call it GG. It's ASM Gambit. They were a little over the place at the start of the game, but then they really cleaned up their act.